your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. Today's episode is, or this week's episode is, Seven. Apparently the Batman took a lot of elements from this movie, and that's partly why it's on the list, but it's also my list before that, I think. It's a detective movie that I was interested in, but the Batman movie made me want to see it more because people made comparisons. I want to see where they got those comparisons from. So, two detectives, one's a rookie, one's a veteran. The veteran is played by Morgan Freeman, so, you know, great actor, great voice, legend. And the rookie is Brad Pitt, also a great legendary actor. So that's a good cast. Obviously, this is in 1995, so a long time ago. They hunt a serial killer who uses the 7 deadly sins as his motives. I can kind of see elements of the Batman already. I can kind of see where the Batman got elements from this already. But yeah, let's see how this goes. I assume they're investigating, and I'm not going to guess with the movie. But I'm looking forward to this David Fincher film. I heard good things about it, not just because of the Batman, but I've heard a lot of good things about this movie. And I like murder mysteries. I like detective type movies. So this should be good. There will be no Movie Monday episode for the next 2 weeks because I'm going to Australia on holiday for 2 weeks. So yeah, I was going to record ahead and watch a couple more movies for 4 episodes, but I ran out of time. I was instead working on Ultraman reactions, recording ahead for Ultraman reactions. So yeah. This week was going to be an Ultraman movie, actually, but I looked at my list and all of them seem connected to a show that I haven't watched yet. I've watched Trigger, Decker, Dyna, Tiger, Zed, and Nexus. And the movies connected to them I think I've seen now. So the ones that are left that are from shows that I haven't seen yet, unless I missed one. Like, if there's a show I haven't seen this year, if there's a movie I haven't seen yet this year that is not connected to a show, let me know and I'll watch it. But otherwise, I'll wait till I finish a show, then I'll watch a movie. Anyway, people tuning in for this who don't know what Ultraman is are thinking, what's he talking about? So yeah, the credits currently going, opening credits. And it seems pretty scary. This little montage. It's setting the tone. Wow. Wow. That was a good movie. I really felt for Brad Pitt's character. I really felt for Mills at the end of the movie. I really felt for Brad Pitt's character. I really felt for him. That was heart-wrenching. That was very sad. That was a very bleak ending. Spoiler alerts. Obviously, I always spoil in these episodes. I'd be surprised if you expected no spoilers. Obviously, they're hunting a serial killer. Sometimes when they investigate like murder scenes and like homes, I hear some like high-pitched, you know, mystery music, similar to things that are used in the Batman. Apparently the Batman was actually inspired by like 11 movies. Matt Reeves was inspired by a lot of classics, but I can see how there was inspiration from this movie, because some of the scenes, like music-wise, kind of like, they didn't feel similar, but I feel like, oh, even some of the music from the Batman seems similar to this. But yeah, like, it wasn't like copied or anything, but there's a lot of elements from the Batman that are in this, and I can see where the inspiration came from this movie. I put down a list of other movies that inspired him, some that I've seen, so I've taken off, but I need to see some more of those. One of those is Taxi Driver, actually, which also inspired Joker, so that might need to be the next one I do. But yeah, the serial killer hands himself in, just like the Riddler did. Sorry if I'm comparing this. This is supposed to be a review to this instead of comparisons, but I thought I'd just bring it up because it's part of the reason why I chose to do this now. But yeah, the serial killer hands himself in. There's a interrogation scene which is very chilling, very interesting. And obviously the cast did a great job. Obviously Kevin Spacey plays the villain. He plays the killer. But Morgan Freeman, this is meant to be his last job. He's like a retiring cop, and Brad Pitt is like a rookie who's just came in, and Morgan thinks it shouldn't be his first job. But they do cooperate, work together to try and find this killer, and eventually they only find him because he hands himself in, and the way he kills his victims, based on sin as well, like based on like biblical sort of things, just like in the Batman, the Riddler's inspired by certain things like sins of the father. The killer wants to make a deal where they got to take him somewhere, and they got to, if they don't accept, because of the way he killed people, the things he used, the methods he used, he was threatening to, I mean, through his lawyer, was threatening to plead insanity, which would have worked considering the nature of his crimes, a disgusting nature. But they were saying, either I plead insanity or we have this deal where I will sign a full confession, but you got to take me to this place. So he has this plan in place. Now in the Batman, it was about bombing the city and flooding the city. This was a lot more personal. I don't know if he was after Mills because of sins or because he was after him, but Mills has, was it a wife or a girlfriend? Played by Gwyneth Paltrow. She was pregnant. So the killer went to her house after... We don't find this out until the very end. We don't find this out until the very end. He went to Mills' house, Brad Pitt's character's house, murdered his wife, chopped her head off. And what's even sadder is Brad Pitt's character... Sorry, I keep calling him that, but, you know, not just in case not all of you watched the movie. Mills didn't even know she was pregnant. That was... So a random delivery guy was paid £500 to deliver a package. They had the killer down on the floor, but Morgan Freeman ran to the van, not Mills. He opened the package. It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't like anything like a bomb or, you know, something that would call in the bomb squad, for example, or something else. I keep saying bomb because I can't think of anything else, but there's other things that could be dangerous, like weapons, firearms, whatever. But inside the box was her head. Yeah. I didn't even realize it was her head until, like, the killer was talking to Brad Pitt, telling him what he did. Morgan Freeman had seen her head. Brad Pitt had not seen it yet. But the killer was telling him what he did. Morgan Freeman ran back to try and stop him from shooting him. But even though he tried to convince him, it's like in the Batman, you know, don't kill him, don't cross that line. You'll become just like him, there's no going back, etc. Morgan Freeman said to him, like, if you shoot him, he wins. Don't do this. But obviously, can you blame Brad Pitt? Can you blame him? I mean, his pregnant wife just got murdered. He didn't even know she was pregnant. In the moment when you're just finding out and you have the killer right in front of you and you're a cop with a gun, more than likely a lot of people would pull that trigger. And he did. And he did. That was brutal. This movie is a 9 out of 10. Like, story-wise, they did this so well. Like, but it's bloody, some of the things you see and hear, really sad and awful. But that's the thing. That's what this movie is supposed to be. It's supposed to, like, be very dark and gruesome and very scary. And they pulled that off very well. A really messed up movie, but it works, and it's a good movie for what it is. It's one of the best murder mysteries I've seen. And I can see a lot of inspiration from the Batman that Matt Reeves took. Sorry, I've not worded that correctly. Matt Reeves took inspiration from this movie, and I can see a lot of it in this. It's not actually like, it's not that similar, but there's just elements from it. There's big elements from this movie that are used in the Batman, like the killer handing himself in and certain scenes, certain music, especially with the villain having a plan at the end. So yeah, that was good. That was good. And I look forward to seeing more movies like this. I can't believe I haven't seen this movie until now, but there's plenty of great movies out there that I have not seen and I would love to see so much, but there's only so much time, you know? I could also watch the movies in my own time as well. I do that, but I tend to rewatch movies, usually in my own time. But yeah, this was an interesting last movie to watch before a couple weeks off this series. Next episode maybe in 3 weeks' time. Maybe a Taxi Driver, we'll see. But yeah, this was something else. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see you.